The Institute of Paranormal Psychology was established in 1994 as an educational center dedicated to the scientific study of paranormal anomalous events, and its focus is on experimental, clinical, and empirical research, plus the collection and publication of case reports dealing with parapsychological experiences. As a non-profit research and educational institute, the institute has been recognized as a non-government organization, and from an educational point of view, the institute teaches a basic program in parapsychology aimed at the general public, constituting a comprehensive introduction to the field. It also offers a second program at high level in parapsychology aimed to undergraduate students. Enrollment is limited and classes are small to permit individual attention. The controversies that surround psi research and the implication of its findings for science and society are also prominent topics in these programs. The work of the Institute for Paranormal Psychology is supported by the student fees and by the income from the endowment. There are many study groups concentrating on different topics in the field: historical, educational, clinical, theoretical, and experimental and methodological. Between 1990 and 2004, the Institute published 54 issues of a peer-reviewed quarterly journal, the Revista Argentina de Psicología Paranormal, Argentine Journal of Paranormal Psychology. The journal's impact on many young parapsychologists in several Spanish-speaking countries was impressive. However, the Revista was discontinued for financial reasons. Subsequently, in 2006, the Institute inaugurated a new online publication, the e-Bulletin Psi, of which 13 issues have been published to the date, and the Institute's main source of pride is its parapsychological library, which contains around 3,000 books, 2,000 issues of academics, journals, and popular magazines, and thousands of files of articles in non-parapsychological journals in the scientific mainstream. It is the most important collection of its kind in Argentina and even in Latin America. The Institute also hosts about 2,000 hours of VHD and DVD tapes on parapsychology and related topics. And the Agencia Latinoamericana de Información Psi, the Inter-American Agency of Psi Information, is an internet-based database of parapsychology, references, and online information related to the Spanish-speaking literature. The data resides in a computer because Alipsy covers the bulk of parapsychological articles in Spanish language journals from 19 to the date, and it also offers advisory service in bibliographical investigation to the undergraduate students and journalists. Currently, the Institute for Paranormal Psychology has 8 active members, most of them psychologists, and the members have obtained a dozen grants from BL Foundation in Porto, Portugal between 1998 up to the date 2009, which have allowed them to conduct studies of ESP under Gansel conditions, psychometry of the tokenographic effect, psychomantium, and psychological and personality areas of anomalous paranormal experiences. The Institute has hosted several conventions and meetings of experts, bringing together researchers from many countries and during the 90s, the Institute appointed a clinical psychologist to provide, as a part of his job, information on some counseling to people who call the Institute for help, counseling, psychological counseling. And in 1998, we received a grant from BL Foundation to carry out a research project aimed of recording people's reactions to disturbing psych experiences and to explore their associated emotional and intellectual processes. During the last 30 years, the institutes have achieved much. For instance, Alejandro Parra introduced parapsychology at the university, slowly but increasingly, by using other names such as paranormal psychology or transpersonal psychology. This is a very important thing because the Institute maintains a database which is a computer's bibliography database on parapsychology and related consciousness disciplines, and the aim of the Institute is to include a bibliographical citation and or abstracts of all books, articles, magazines, and scholarly or popular theses, chapters, conference proceedings papers, or separated reports or monographs on parapsychology or consciousness studies. In November 2006, the National Institute for History Research was the stage Image of the Occult, a spiritualistic photography exhibition which brought together professionals who, for 2 weeks, attended a number of conferences and panels such as psychic spiritualism, photography, psychomanium, instrumental transcommunication, mediumship, survival, super psy discussions, and apparitional experiences. These were presented and discussed by historical and cultural researchers, anthropologists, physicians, psychologists, and other paranormalists, and open-minded skeptics who were invited as speakers, and the exhibition was also supported by the Ministry of Culture of the government of the city of Buenos Aires.